Also joining us on the broadcast at this point is Major Mohammad Ali Shah. Very good morning, Major Shah. A very nuanced stance taken by the central government. They're saying they will not be moving the Pandits out of the valley, only relocating them to a safer location to ensure security, and also putting the blame and the onus on Pakistan, who is the original, the perpetrator of this entire thing.
Absolutely. Firstly, why should Kashmiri Pandits leave their territory, their land? It is their land. And an exodus happened in 1990 and we all feel really terrible about it. By condemning is not enough only. But yes, actions are to be taken to rehabilitate them. Today, Kashmiri Pandits don't need revenge. They need rehabilitation. And yes, the government is taking the right steps, absolutely. And it all comes down from Pakistan. The neighboring country, the not so friendly, rather the enemy country, I would say. We have done all that we have to be friends with them. We have shaken hands. We have even done surgical strikes, air strikes. We've done everything possible. But they're incorrigible. They just don't change. And yes, by making our Kashmiri Pandits leave the valley, it's not fair at all. And yes, the government is doing the right thing by not letting them go, but giving them places where they can rehabilitate, where they can settle down. Otherwise, this ill feeling will just go on and there is no end to it. And who will buy the brunt? The locals over there, the local Kashmiris who are the local Kashmiri Muslims. They would be accused of it for no fault of theirs. It is the militants. Terror has no religion. It is these militants who give rise to Islamophobia. Where does this term Islamophobia come from? Thanks to organizations like Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Taliban, ISIS, the kind of damage they have done, they've inflicted on their own Muslim community. It's worse than anyone could have ever done on them. Ever. Emotionally, psychologically, physically, in every way possible. So yes, there is no denying the fact that it is Pakistan who is responsible for all this. I have fought insurgency in Northeast and in Jammu Kashmir. In Northeast, I found the insurgents to be very principled. They would never attack a school bus or the ambulance or vehicle family. There was one odd case in November. That was one of the cuff. I'm very sorry about that. But I have fought my experience when I was fighting insurgency 2 years in Jammu Kashmir, 3 years in Northeast. Where's the insurgents of I will not call them insurgents. I will say the terrorists of Jammu Kashmir blow up a grenade at Lal Chowk somewhere in Srinagar. They will damage somewhere. They will hide. They'll run away and hide thereafter. They will not stand up and fight you at all. And while interrogating, let me tell you, while interrogating also, the Northeast people are much hardened.
All right. We're also being joined on the broadcast by Major Mohammad Ali Shah. Major Shah, how do we then make Pakistan pay? The facts are very clear. We have intelligence reports that it was all planned over the course of last year in Muzaffarabad. How do we ensure that the real perpetrator, the real enemy, which is Pakistan, is made to pay?
A very good question by you. We have used all methods on Pakistan to make them not do this. And we have, including a surgical strike and an air strike in Balakot, which I just told you, on 27 February 2019, when we saw now Group Captain, that time Wing Commander Abhirandan, crash landing in Pakistan. And we have tried everything possible. And this country is so incorrigible, they just do not change. The international community also, in a way, have spoken against them. We have called out their shots in the UN. We have called out everywhere. But now, how do we make them pay? Well, a lot of people would say we should go for a war with Pakistan. But would that be a solution? Will they improve? Will they change? That's the golden question. We can defeat them. We can wipe them out within no time. That's not an issue at all. But the question is, how will it happen? And our internal terrorism, which they promote from that side, by killing one Osama bin Laden in US, did the terrorism end? It did not. So you kill one head, 10 heads will be born. So the ideology has to be finished. And by making them pay, by going and sorting them out, the idea is to nip it completely, to clean it. So, I wrote an open letter to Jaish-e-Mohammed, the terrorist outfit, in the year 2019 when the Pulwama attacks took place. But then that letter had a lot of effect. Well, it had over 10 million shares on social media. In fact, your channel covered it widely. In that, I have mentioned that these people are the true enemies of Islam. The kind of damage, the kind of casualty they have inflicted on Islam is not even funny. And it is Pakistan which considers itself to be the custodian of Islam, which is not. Nowhere. In fact, they are the ones causing a bad name. Today, there's trouble happening in Pakistan because they are not concerned about what's happening in their own country. They peep from the neighbor's window. They are more concerned about what's happening there.
All right.
That's why
All right, Meera Shah, appreciate you joining us on the broadcast.